Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Michelle's Mobile Media here. We have yet another update on this disgusting cop. You know, this cop has been employed for years in the sheriff's department. He came from another department where he admittedly stole something. He didn't say what, or we, as the public, haven't found out what. But I am going to leave this story here. High-ranking ex-deputy and his wife indicted on 150 counts, including sexual abuse of children and animals. How disgusting is that? Let's see what this lady has to say.
Guys, breaking news literally just coming in right now. The case of Cynthia and her husband, Dennis Perkins, they have now been indicted by a grand jury on 150 felonies. Dennis Perkins has been indicted on 7 floors inside the courtroom. Way too many to list, some of them including 61 counts of video production, as well as 1 count of sexual abuse of an animal. Yes, you did hear that correct. Sexual abuse of an animal. His wife, Cynthia Perkins, also indicted. Her count is 72 different felonies, several of the same charges as well. Again, we will get that breakdown to you in a little while. Right now, we are waiting on the attorneys from actually, they're walking out right now. We are hoping to be able to get a response from them as to exactly what went down, but several different felonies coming down. And if you guys remember, this is the case of Dennis and Cynthia Perkins. They were arrested, a high-profile case. We're live right now. Can we go ahead and get you real quick? We're all up right now. Matthew Durbis here with the Attorney General's office. Matt, what can you tell us?
I can tell you today the grand jury.
Bear with us here, guys. Live TV here.
I can tell you the grand jury met today. They heard evidence. I can't tell you exactly what was presented because of secrecy rules. They did return an indictment of 150 felony counts, 78 for Dennis and 72 for Cynthia. Under the indictment, it's on file with the clerk of court. So I can tell you the sentence range on this is over 6,000 years in prison. And Attorney General Jeff Landry has told us, given the horrific nature of these charges.
Wait, did you hear that? 6,000 years. And this guy walked around our town with a badge and a gun. And we wonder why the public, there's such a disconnect between officers and the citizens.
Charges to seek the maximum sentence under the law.
In your time as prosecuting, where does this case stand for you?
It's horrific. The allegations are horrific. We're not going to get into great detail. Our concern, from day one and continues to be our concern, is to protect the privacy of these victims and to make sure that we respect, what they're going through and to not give any details that could potentially divulge the identity of those victims.
We heard one of the cases involved a dog. What do you mean that's me?
Unfortunately, you're just going to have to look at the indictment. The statute, sexual abuse of an animal is obviously, in addition to just being evil and wrong, it's against the law. And we kind of went into detail on the indictment itself as to the allegation.
Matt, we weren't able to write down every single charge. Can you even name some of the charges both of them are charged with?
No, I can go through. Dennis Perkins was indicted for 5 counts of first-degree rape, 1 count attempted first-degree rape, 3 counts sexual battery of a child under the age of 13, 4 counts, 1 count of mingling harmful substances, 1 count of obscenity, 1 count of possession of child pornography, 61 counts of producing child pornography.
Okay, wait. Mingling substances. Okay, so there is a situation where apparently he and his wife made cupcakes and he ejaculated into the cupcakes somehow, and they were served to the children at this teacher's school where she taught.
And again, 1 count of sexually abusing an animal or a dog. Cynthia Perkins, 3 counts, first-degree rape, 1 count attempted first-degree rape, 4 counts sexual battery of a child under the age of 13, 1 count of mingling harmful substances, and 61 counts of producing child pornography.
And you guys also have arrest warrants just in case a bond was set down the road, or some of these charges were not at the beginning?
The investigation, as we've said from day one, it continues. We're dealing with a mountain of evidence here. Our goal, and Jeff Landry has instructed us, and it's always been the goal of...
Okay, wait. This officer has been employed since, like, I think it was 2004 or something like that. Maybe 2005. I'm not really sure. But there have been citizens trying to get this guy fired because of how corrupt and the sheriff, Jason Ard, chose to ignore it. There's an officer in Baton Rouge that came to Jason Ard about inappropriate behavior about Dennis Perkins, and Jason Ard didn't write it down, so it didn't happen. There's a news article about that too.
Mr. Landry, is that, look, we're going to continue to investigate this matter. We're going to continue to go through all the data, all the evidence we have, until we are satisfied that we have obtained justice for all victims in this case, and we deliver justice to all perpetrators involved in this.
Inside the courtroom, the judge is holding them without bond on those new charges.
Correct, because where we were in the investigation on October 23rd, 2019, the evidence we had at that time, we obviously have more evidence. And so the law says, look, if you're indicting defendants for charges that they're not in jail for, they need to be booked on those particular charges. So that was just some housekeeping we did there. Charges, and given the law that they're not going to get out of jail before trial.
What's next?
The next thing, they'll be arraigned, and then we, just like any other case, they'll be arraigned. Discovery will be provided. They'll have a motion date, and we'll pick a trial date.
Give us a sense of what it's like to work on a case like this with just the sick nature of what they're doing. What is it like for you guys in your office to have to literally digest all of these accusations and allegations and then have to come to court to fight for justice?
Look, I mean, this one made the news, but we do this every day. I mean, the Attorney General's office, Jeff Landry has made this a priority in his administration from day one. And we do this every day all over the state of Louisiana. This one obviously has gotten more attention than some of the other cases, but kudos, to those people we have working for us. We have some of the best forensic analysts in the country that work for our office.
So look, there you have it. Just going to put a link in the description below. Make sure you like and subscribe the videos, and make sure you share them. Don't let this be shoved under the rug. Go to WAFB, read their article. There's a lot of information about it in there. Whew. Man, y'all, this is disgusting. And I find it hard to believe that after all these years, this sheriff, Jason Ard, did not have some kind of inkling that his officer was a dirty pig.